There we go. Share the screen. Ah, here comes 3 people. All righty. Now where'd my croquet mallet go? I want to know where Mike got this from. Mike has provided, hello, what just happened?
A croquet mallet.
I think Andrew lost himself.
Yeah, I did.
I think Andrew made Marilyn the host, so that's where he might be having an issue.
That's what I saw also.
Uh-oh, who's the vice president?
No, Marilyn's the president now.
Yep.
No idea why I'm.
Well, she's running the meeting anyway.
All right, Marilyn, you got to ring the bell.
I don't have any
At
balance.
least we finally got rid of Andrew.
I think he hit himself with that giant mallet or gavel.
That was a quick demotion.
Andrew, it's not funny anymore.
No,
He goes, I can hear you.
Let's mute him.
You can hear. All right, Andrew, you got to take the host back from Maryland.
I still the host.
Well, we can declare the meeting over. No, we want to hear Mr. Parker.
No, we can go right into Mr. Parker right away. Okay, hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I can read that too, but
Well, Andrew, the issue is somewhere between the keyboard and the seat.
Is it demotion already?
So Kurt, I got a question for you. Have you had your truck upside down yet?
I actually just got out of the shop today.
Oh,
I had a blinker that wasn't working.
right. Uh-huh. And it was how far pushed back into the truck?
Exactly.
Andrew All right.
Okay, I'm no longer the host.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, hello, Mike Cooper.
Yeah,
It's his father-in-law.
yeah, it's actually Ken, if you can hear me okay, I unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
Mike came
can.
up. Yeah, it's actually masquerading as Mike with his name. He came over and worked on the computer, and you know, these young computer guys, he left his name there. So he's trying to get attendance today.
Well, it worked. Hey, you know, that guy came out Saturday afternoon and helped us build desks a little bit.
Yeah, I know. He said he was
That
working
was
hard. to
really,
get all
really
the-
good of him. I so appreciated that.
Yeah, he's a handy guy. So
Yeah, he
I was
is.
tied up, so I'm glad he could help you out.
I asked the question, so are you comfortable in using a miter saw? And he just laughed. And he
Oh,
walked
yeah.
up, grabbed it with one hand like it was a piece of cotton, lifted it up, carried it over a table, set it down, and just started whacking off boards. I was
Yeah.
really impressed.
Yeah, he's got one in his garage.
Yeah, no, it was a very, very good thing to see him there.
Yeah, it looks like a great project. Thanks, Ron, you guys for spearheading that. It'll help a lot of students out. It's a good thing.
Yep, ton of Rotarians got involved, and not just from our club either. It was a really fun day.
That's good.
Think we'll be done by March?
Is that your status report, Mike?
Well, I understand we might have a week or two delay.
Or 3, it'll be whatever it is, you know. Unforeseen circumstances, right?
Yeah.
I know Valley Center School District went back to online only.
Well, they need to build some desks.
I don't want to do anything right now.
So Mike, between what you're doing or may have already finished, heck, I don't know, and what I have, we'll have all 50 of those back assemblies ready to build desks on.
Yeah, Ron and I finished the ones
2
you gave
o'clock
me.
today.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's get the meeting started. Come on. There we go. Ring the bell. Oh,
Is
come on.
that Ren and Stimpy?
That is Ren and Stimpy.
He's pressed the button a couple times, but I haven't heard anything.
Yep. Let's try this again. Whoop. Here. Now let's ring the bell.
Yay.
Yay. All right. For some reason, my computer my laptop just completely died, and I don't know why.
Because it's
All right,
Tuesday
so
and you need it.
Exactly. Sandy, would you?
Yes.
Oh, no, invocation. I'm sorry. First, Amy, invocation, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may bow your head if you're so inclined. Lord, we pray that all of us will be filled with gratitude today for all the blessings you have given us during this difficult time. Since Thanksgiving is just days away, please fill our hearts with peace and joy. By turning our hearts toward gratitude, we can make this world come together with peace, kindness, compassion, understanding, and most of all, love toward one another. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful. Thank you, Amy. All right. Next, now, Sandy, would you lead us in the pledge?
Certainly. Everyone, hand over heart and follow me. I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag
of the United
United
States of
States
America
America.
and
and
to the republic for which it stands,
Stands
one
one
nation
nation,
under
under
God,
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 indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
Nice. All right. Our patriotic song suggested by Miss Myrna, North South. South North? North South. Which is it?
South North.
South North.
God bless America. From the mountains to the grassy to the ocean, white with
Oh, God.
sweet home. God bless
That was beautiful. Thank you, Myrna, for the
Right.
suggestion.
It was very nice. But you
Oh.
forgot to mute everybody.
Come on. Come on. Advance. There we go.
Okay.
This is just frustrating. Sorry. Welcome. It's November 24th. Woohoo. Let's see. I was supposed to be looking for a new guest or a new member. The gal we just reinducted last week, but I don't see her. Keith, do you see her in here?
Not yet.
Okay. Do we have any other visiting Rotarians or guests today that I'm missing?
I think we do have one guest. I think my brother is visiting us from Iowa. Says Wayne on the screen, and he's hiding a little bit, but I think.
Oh, there we go. See, I thought that was Wayne Heron.
I
We're gonna give him attendance.
Tim.
Right? Welcome, Wayne.
Thank you very much. Greetings from Iowa.
Nice. Is that anywhere near
How's the
Ohio
weather
State?
there?
Not quite as good as what you've got there. We've got snow and rain today.
Nice. All right, let's skip on to the howdy song. This goes out to you, Wayne. We recorded this week just for you.
Howdy, we're glad to have you here. Welcome, we sing a loud and clear. Relax, enjoy the program, and won't you come back to see us again?
So Wayne, if you want that, you can buy that recording from Aussie. He has several copies of it. So our calendar for this week, or this upcoming, obviously today, I didn't take today's calendar item off. We're doing the Wounded Warrior fishing trips. Next week, Tony Ingle will be talking about Women's First Step House. On the 2nd, we'll have a Haven House event. Please reach out and see. I'm sure we're going to need some extra help on the coming up on that one. Robin Douglas joins us on the 8th, talking about art censorship. On the 15th, our holiday meeting / demotion will now be online. Please join us and honor Jan on that day. On the 19th, Salvation Army Bell Ring Day at Major Market. The 22nd and 29th will be dark. And then on the 12th, Bob Walker from the Escondido Winery and Airbnb will be speaking to us. We do have one other event that'll be coming up over the next couple weeks, actually a couple of events now that I think about it. We're going to be presenting our 2021-2022 Board of Directors slate next week and voting on that. And we also are going to start collecting for San Pasquale Academy Christmas. And that will be, we'll have details in next week's meeting on that. So, member moments. Does anyone have any member moments they'd like to share? I got word possibly that another one of our members has tested positive for COVID, but from what I hear is not suffering any illness so far, and that would be Paulette Donnellan. So please check in with her and make sure she's doing good. And we'll move on to Christine Montan in the wild.
Hi there. I see that Justin might have just left the meeting. Is he still on?
Let's see. They've been coming
He's
in.
still there. He's still there.
Justin, tell us about this. You're conductor of the ECAF Center Corral.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I've worked with Joe Stanford and the group for a number of years. And of course, Joe was my professor at Palomar College 100 years ago. So I'm real excited to work with the Corral. We're going to do lots of great things.
That's exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, okay, the rest I think may all feature Mayor Paul McNamara. This is a ribbon cutting ceremony at Mountain View Park for a fitness course.
It's amazing. I see that every afternoon, and it's actually getting used a lot too, even in COVID. It's a pretty cool little thing.
That's nice. And here's the mayor once again. This goes back to the finishing up of our project to help paint the barriers along Grand for the restaurants and shops that are there. And Mayor Paul wrote Escondido, City of Unsung Heroes.
Which is kind of ironic
So
since we
thanks for
saved them,
that.
right?
Yeah. And actually, you know, whoever wants to talk about this, Ron or Johnny, there were several members, of course, that worked quite a few hours on Saturday, and we should hear the results of that. But many, many good Facebook postings of all the work that was done. So thanks for being people of action.
And is that
So,
Chip?
yeah, Christine, I'm happy to say a couple of things. First of all, so
Please do.
yeah, just tremendous effort by a whole lot of really fine people. I think altogether, including those that helped pre-cut the wood, we had 32 different folks volunteering, some within the club, some in other clubs, and some people that just heard about it from a friend of a friend. We successfully finished 50 desks, and we have all the pieces, or just about all the pieces in place to build the other 50, and we still hope to get almost all of them delivered next Monday. What we don't get delivered on Monday, we'll just finish as soon as we can and get them delivered. We will complete all 100 desks before Christmas. So whoever took these pictures, please send them to me. They're wonderful. And I'd like to archive them a little bit. And a special shout out to Chuck Ailing and Trent White for playing such an instrumental role in helping us get a place to build and getting a hold of the right materials at really good prices. So that's my little spiel. And anybody else that was there, feel free to jump in and share your thoughts too.
Well, I enjoyed it. I don't know how many of the pieces I built you were able to use, but I had fun.
Every single one of them, Andy.
Actually, that's mostly because my lovely wife helped out, and she kept me from going off.
Yeah, except for that one that had blood all over it. Everything else was fine.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I
Andy,
made that up.
I told her not to stab me. All right.
Andy,
Yes.
this is Ron Giles.
Hi, Ron.
I just wanted to thank Ron Smith. He worked hundreds of hours to put this thing together. He did all kinds of things. He did fabulous organizational detail. He did the physical work, a lot of it himself. He recruited a lot of us, and I think the club really should give him a big hand for doing such a fabulous job.
Thank you, Ron.
Yay!
I agree with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyone else want to talk about it? No, too much
Must be
trauma.
painful.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Rotarian of the year, Rotarian of the quarter.
Always.
Okay, here is our very last in the wild from Bob Schuster.
Oh, that's
Evidently,
hilarious.
he's looking to, come up with a little spending money before the holidays. But yeah, I couldn't pass that up. That's the cutest thing I ever saw. For sale cheap. And if I could make a quick announcement,
Please.
President Andrew.
Please.
We are coming to the end of the calendar year, and 2 weeks ago when we did the presentation on the Rotary Foundation, I let you know about the district's new Polio Plus Society, which is a promise to do $100 a year to the Rotary Foundation designated for Polio Plus efforts. There are 4 of us that have signed up and are sort of ready to go and have already made our donation for this year. But as it's getting close to the end of the year, I want to encourage others who can afford to do so to make a recurring donation to the Rotary Foundation. You can do it online, or you can send me a check and then I'll go ahead and do the paperwork for you. But yeah, please consider giving to the Rotary Foundation. Thank you.
Fantastic. So I have a question. If Justin sends Alex over to you, will you take Russians or is it just checks?
Oh.
Look at her shake her
Checks,
head.
no cash.
That is so nationalistic, Andy.
It is. I'm just an evil person. So along with your announcement, Christina, the green screen is just, I'm sorry, I'm doing this poorly, but we got a certificate in the mail, which I need to pass on. This is for 2019-2020 End Polio Now. That Rotary Club of Escondido was presented a certificate of appreciation for its financial support of End Polio Now Countdown to History campaign. So this is acknowledgement in green screen that you can't see. I'm just going to quit now. I'm going to run away.
Anyway, congratulations to Jan and to Nick Soulis, who was our Polio Plus chairman last year, who really had a wonderful campaign of matching funds. And so we did very well in Polio Plus last year.
Very
Thanks
good.
to those two.
And we're going to do it again this year, thanks to you.
Let's do it.
All right. So speaking of awards, it is now Rotarian of the Month. I actually thought Rotarian of the Month was next week, and then I realized that's December 1st. So I've got to start looking at a camera or a calendar, whichever.
Or a camera.
Unfortunately, our honoree is not here today, but you've already heard about him a little bit. Our Rotarian of the Month for November really stepped up on this desk building project. And when Ron Smith first brought it to us at the board meeting at the beginning of this month, we're figuring out ways that we could pay for it and where we could rob Peter to pay Paul, or if it was really going to hurt anybody to use X money or Y money. And our November Rotarian of the Month really stepped forward and helped us cut the costs significantly on materials. And Ron could tell, it was over half of what we had budgeted, I believe, I was told. And so our Rotarian of the Month for November 2020 is Mr. Trent White.
Yay!
And many thanks to Trent, because I know he'll see this sooner or later. You made a big difference to the kids that are getting these desks. You made a big difference to our club in future projects that we can spend money on, because it was a pretty significant chunk of change he helped us save. So, all right, Vaughn, are you ready? Just let me know when you're ready and I'll flip the slide.
Okay, all right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Let me have Myrna just play a couple of chords and see how the piano is coming through.
Oh, shite. Turn it back on. I'm sorry, Vaughn. You need to turn your sound back on. Okay, sorry. You need to unmute yourself, Vaughn. I messed up. I was trying to mute. Right, there you are.
We're good. Yeah, is the piano coming through?
Yes.
Okay. This land is your land, this land is their land. These wounded warriors have given their hand to keep our freedom. They made a sacrifice. This band of warriors paid the price. Today we honor these faithful soldiers. Ron Parker's like them, just somewhat bolder, as a Rotarian as well as veteran. He built a program just for them. This land is our land as well as their land, and now Rotarians are taking our stand. We stand for freedom, and now it's just our wish to teach wounded warriors how to fish. So Ron, please tell us, it's your decision. You were the founder that had the vision. For 30 years now, you've been part of our team.
We're proud to help fulfill this dream, to help wounded warriors join our team.
Very nice.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Juan. That was wonderful.
Fun. Yes. So, whoop, there we go. Our program today is the Oceanside Senior Anglers Club, their Wounded Warrior Fishing Trips by Ron Parker. My bio went out a little early, and Ron fortunately caught an error. I had stated that he was a past president of the club, but it turns out that much like everything Rotary, the Oceanside Senior Anglers are actually an offshoot of the Escondido Senior Anglers. I have that here somewhere, which Ron is a past president of. And basically, here's my intro of Ron and how he is connected to all this. Ron is a renowned citrus farmer and was born a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. He grew up wrangling dust bunnies in the distant reaches of some town I've never heard of. Dreaming of far-off lands, he joined the U.S. Air Force in 1957. He was asked not to re-enlist after the Dr. Strangelove incident. Okay. Fortunately, Ron is a brilliant man. And after leaving the Air Force, he spent 30 years in information technology management. At a time when computers went from filling a room as large as a warehouse to taking up just a little space on a desktop, he worked his way up to Director of Information Management for Scientific Atlanta. Finally, tired of working with nerds like me, Ron retired from IT to open a UPS store with his wife here in Escondido. Speaking of his wife, Carol is on the fast track to sainthood, having been married to Ron for 60 years. It'll be 61 this January. She tells me they met on a double date at UC Riverside, and the rest, as they say, is history, or her story, more likely at this point. They have two sons who are both academics in the UC system. Ron joined our club in May of 1991 and claims to enjoy it very much. That's probably because he's never actually been president of our club. He is inspired by the broad variety of service projects we take on, especially the scholarship committee, and proudly integrates his love of fishing into several projects himself, including taking kids from Central School on deep sea fishing trips and teaching Fishing 101 to at one of the San Diego area marinas. He's very active in the First United Methodist Church here in Escondido, and we are very proud of Ron's signature service project, the Wounded Warrior Deep Sea Fishing, through the Oceanside Senior Anglers Club. Sorry. A past president of the Escondido Senior Anglers Club, he asked our club to help sponsor a trip every year since 2007. But that's the story he's about to tell you now. So I'm just going to shut up and run the movie.
Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be able to present a recap of the Wounded Warrior fishing trips. This project was the idea of two of my fishing buddies from the Oceanside Senior Anglers. They were instrumental in working with the military severely wounded warrior center at Camp Pendleton, at 29 Palms, and with the Balboa medical facilities. This started in the spring of 2007. The object was to raise enough funds to provide a free fishing trip for 20 to 25 wounded warriors. That meant providing everything needed on a sport fishing boat, including a suitable boat, the captain, the crew, fishing gear, food, drink, fishing licenses, live bait, and also have some experienced anglers to assist. The Oceanside Club raised enough money, approximately $3,000, to organize and sponsor two trips. I went to our Rotary Club and asked our leaders for money so we could sponsor the third trip. They agreed, and the first Rotary sponsored trip took place. Well, it was a great success. That was in 2007, and our club has financed a trip every year since. That's 13 trips. This year will be 14 trips. Jackie Skay was our president in 2007, 2008. I'm very proud of our Rotary Club and would like to thank all of our members for their support and participation in this Wounded Warrior fishing project. And a special thanks to the Rotarians that spent a day on the water giving their time and effort serving these warriors. We ask for a few volunteers each trip and try to take members who are experienced anglers. We teamed with members of the Oceanside Club to provide this assistance in fishing techniques, tying the hooks, the terminal tackle, baiting lines, and many of the required tasks aboard the boat. We served breakfast snacks, lunch, and help with comforting the visiting wounded warriors. One of our group was asked to be a photographer, and a video was created of each trip and given to each warrior. I'll never forget all the yes sirs, no thank you sir, and even the I'm gonna get sick sir. I had to hold back a few tears more than once, but I can honestly say these days that they'll never be forgotten. At the end of the trip, prizes were awarded for the winning fish, and the deckhands filleted all legally caught fish so the warriors could take the fish home and have supper. Over the years, we have been represented from all branches of service, including the Coast Guard. We always have more Marines and Navy because of our location. And the good news is that we have a lot less wounded warriors now than we had in 2007. In fact, the past few years, we have opened up the trip to the active duty members when we didn't have enough wounded warriors to fill the boat. I want to extend a great big thanks to Andy, our president, for creating this video from photos I gave him of the last 13 years. So just sit back, relax, and take a look at some of the highlights of the last 13 years. Thank you.
All righty. So now we have time for questions and answers. We have about 10 minutes. Anyone have questions for Mr. Parker?
Yeah, Ron, I got a question. That last couple of slides had those guys holding up that big, beautiful green fish. What kind of fish was that?
That's called Dorado, mahi, or dolphin fish.
Well, those boys did
Three different
well.
words.
Where'd you find them?
We were fishing inshore, and we got a radio report that there was a kelp patty and they were bouncing off of it. So we took a detour and went out about an hour, and we ran into, I think we ended up catching 20 some Dorado off of it.
So I hear that's quite a treat to hook one of those things.
It's very exciting. They show off. They're like a trout. They spend half of the time on top of the water, and yeah, it's very exciting. The kids had a wonderful time.
Yeah, they taste pretty good too.
They're not bad.
What other questions do we have for Ron?
I've
Park.
got a question. Hey, Ron, this is Bob DeZubla. How is it that you select the wounded warriors who go on the trips?
We don't. The Wounded Warrior Battalion selects them depending upon the medication they're on and it was very difficult in the old days, back 2007, 8, 9, 10. We had more Wounded Warriors than we could take. But since then, of course, now there's a lot less, fortunately. And but it's normal. It's a very detailed, lot of red tape process to get those guys from the hospital onto that boat. Now, we were fortunate enough to have several visit our club after the trip, and that worked out really well. It was our club showed a lot of appreciation for them, and that was very, very, very fun to have them over here.
Bob, did you want to add something? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying congratulations to Ron and all of the folks who helped put that together. It's a wonderful project.
Thank you, sir.
What other questions do we have for Ron? Okay, well, I'll ask.
I would just like to say one thing. A lot of these men and women we had on board have never fished before. And
that's just the Rotarians.
As Ken Manell and some of the guys that helped on the trip, Royce and Ron Smith and so forth, and Johnny Watson, it was fun. You could tell they forgot their troubles temporarily, and it was neat to be able to serve them, bait their hooks, and help them, and every trip was different, as you could well imagine. But I really appreciate the help, the support of our club. I'm proud of our club, our Rotary Club, and also the fishing clubs that I belong to. They've always helped us, and it was a lot of pictures, but we've been out there a lot of years, and it's always been fun. As you can ask the fellows that helped out on the trips.
I will say that, Bob and anyone else who is watching this now or will watch it later on Facebook, this is a great opportunity. If you're into fishing or boats, or you just like being around Ron, you should give him a call and sign up for the next program. And the other thing I would say, based on what I saw in these photos, is that the reason so many of our members still look so young and vital is because they're getting their beauty sleep on the boat. And I think that's something to sign up for right there.
Well, Andy, you know how to swim?
If I say no, does that mean you're going to take me on the boat?
Pretty obvious move, wouldn't it?
Anyway, thanks again for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. And hopefully when this pandemic is a little bit less, we can take another trip.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to close out the meeting here. See if I can do it without running this again. Nope. There we go. So our shower thoughts. What doesn't kill you gives a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms and a really dark sense of humor. See you all next week. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a safe Thanksgiving. I'll be thinking of you all, and we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Bye, Rick. I see you waving. Bye, Vaughn. I see you waving. Keith.
Thanks again, Andy.
Oh, no, thank you. That was pretty amazing. So I think I'm going to go see if I can get my computer fixed.
Good luck.
See what the problem was. Yeah, it's an old laptop. It probably just overheated. So it's all good.
All right.
Have a great Thanksgiving, Vaughn. Roy, you as well.
Thanks, Andrew. Have a good one yourself.
I'm going to do my best. You guys take care.